Hello there, Francis Lady here, and I'd like to welcome you to the 9th episode of Staying in the Fight to Defeat Rectum Cancer. Those that have followed me and are following me, and those that have watched some of my videos, you would know that I promised to share every step of the way as a person that's already been diagnosed with cancer, how I feel physically, how I feel emotionally, and what's happening with me as I wait for my chemo to commence. Yes, there's been a bit of a damper. I haven't started my chemo as yet. It has been deferred twice, from the 2nd to the 9th, and now the 30th, because my kidneys haven't been playing ball with me. They have not been saturated enough for chemo to commence. So the doctors, in their wisdom, decided they would defer it, which now is the 30th. And although I try to drink gallons and gallons of water, but orally it just brings the numbers a little down. So the doctors decided that they would admit me into hospital and then intravenously try and feed me fluids. I was in hospital for the last 8 days, and I took in around 27 liters of fluids. The numbers did come down drastically, almost touching the numbers that the chemo requires for me to commence. And yes, in that time, I still suffer a lot of uncomfortableness when I'm going to the toilet, and it seems to be progressively getting worse. The pain is more often when I'm using the loo, but it hasn't changed me physically. I don't suffer any negative effect on my physicality. My emotions are still well, so I'm in a good space. It's just that unfortunately I was a bit disappointed that I couldn't commence my chemo as when it was first scheduled. But that's neither here nor there. I'm still able and I'm still willing and I'm still enthusiastic that when it does commence, that I'm still motivated and I'm willing to take it on. And I just want to also touch up that whilst I was in hospital, I wasn't admitted as a sick person. My senses were there, everything was well, physically I was strong, but I was admitted and I was amongst many sick people. And I had to fight hard to stay as I am, not to let what I see around me bring me down, because they are very, very sick people and people go through hard times. When you're in hospital, things are not good, eh? You admitted there for a reason. Doctors attend to you, they give you medication. Sometimes some people were not responding to the medication. And yeah, it's just pain and tears and anguish. And you see that when they get their visitors and the talk that happens. It is not a nice place to be. But unfortunately, I had to man up, stay the course, because I was there for a certain specific reason. And yes, I was very glad when I was discharged to go home. And yeah, I've got so much to tell more about the incidents that happened while I was in hospital. And I made notes, and in my next video I would really like to share this, because it makes part of my journey, that whilst being diagnosed with cancer, waiting for my treatment, I still have to live as a person that's okay. And that's how I frame myself, that I'm fine, I'm okay. And it's just that I've got this little impediment that I have to deal with. And yes, when the time comes, I'll be cured. Until the next time, goodbye. Thank you.